I'm stepping out of my box here a little bit in providing, an element of myself and disclosure of my own struggles with life and with Gulf War illness. And, other veterans have far more profound problems than I do. But, I just felt like sharing mine would help others, and then getting others on here to share theirs would help each other. So this sort of notion of iron sharpens iron, right? Well, one of the things that I think first became obvious to me and was important to me was what was the meaning of my life? It was a question that I came across, right? And I always thought of that in like really profound ways. What's the meaning of my life when I'm dead? And those are important things to keep in perspective. It's sort of a strategic approach to your life, right? Like, how do I want to be remembered? It's that old Stephen Covey, begin with the end in mind, right? Like, think about what you want written on your gravestone. I want to be, he was a good father, he was a good parent, he was a good husband, he was a good son, he was a good brother. Those are all ways that we all want to be remembered. But what I never really thought about was, what's the meaning of my life right now? And I think those are things that we have that we can win at every day, every time that we have conversations with ourselves. What's the meaning right now in this moment? And those are important things. And that's a concept that comes from a guy named Viktor Frankl. And I encourage you to read some of his writings. He was a prisoner of war in concentration camps, Nazi concentration camps, and later was sort of the big founder of something called logotherapy. He's a psychotherapist. But this idea of what's important right now, I think is important to all of us. Like, what's right in front of me right now that I need to address? And one of the things that always comes to mind to me is my kids and my wife and something that's going on. It's whether it be a school project or a basketball game I need to get my son to. And one of the things that I also picked up was this idea of being present for them and being available to them, being intentional with my time with them, not what I'm doing with my family and my friends. And what's important to me right now isn't something that happens by accident. It happens because I'm intentional about it, and that I want to be empathetic to their plight, their situation, whatever it happens to be. It could be something small compared to something I might be dealing with at work, whatever. But that I'm definitely empathetic to that situation. So in order to help remind me of these things, I sort of adopted this concept that I called PIE. Like, every day, every moment of the day, every time I would ask myself, what's my life about? What's the meaning of my life? That I would put that in the context of PIE. That I'd be present, intentional, and empathetic. Not only with people around me and how I was helping them, but with myself. So I encourage you to ask yourself, what's the meaning of your life? And take a little bit of PIE every day and utilize that to your benefit and your advantage so that you can be present, intentional, and empathetic with those people that are most important to you in your life.